If you're watching this, don't think it can't happen to you. Because the scariest night of my life didn't happen in some big city or a bad neighborhood. It happened in the safest town I'd ever known. I was 12 years old when the scariest night of my life happened. 12, that weird age where you're not a little kid anymore, but you're also not old enough to understand how dark the world really is. I lived in a quiet, peaceful little town. The kind of place people move to when they're tired of crime, noise, traffic, all that big city chaos. Here, kids rode their bikes until dark. Neighbors waved at each other from across perfect green lawns. Everyone left their porch lights glowing softly at night. It felt safe. It felt predictable. It felt like nothing bad could ever happen. Which is why my parents finally trusted me to stay home alone. They were young parents, the kind who still went out on weekends with their friends. My grandparents used to babysit me and my older sister when we were little. But that night, my sister was at a friend's house, and my parents decided I was old enough to handle the house by myself. I remember being excited. I mean, what 12-year-old doesn't want a night alone with pizza, video games, and no parents? They left around 6 p.m., handed me a $20 bill for dinner, and told me to call if anything happened. It was the perfect night. Or it should have been. I popped in one of my favorite James Bond games, Nightfire, on my PS2, and lost myself in it for hours. I was halfway through my third playthrough when I realized I was starving. So I ordered pizza from Gianni's, this old local place my family loved. It was just 3 blocks away, so delivery always came fast. My parents told me to tip $4, which was basically half my money at that age, but I didn't care. I just wanted food. When the doorbell finally rang, I ran downstairs with the $20 in my hand. And that's when the night stopped feeling normal. The delivery man wasn't one of the usual guys. This one looked rough, like he lived out of his car or something. Big, tangled beard, greasy black trucker hat, glasses with fingerprints smeared all over the lenses. I handed him the money and waited for the change. But he wasn't looking at the cash. He was staring past me, inside the house. Then he asked it, "You alone here?" My stomach dropped. Every warning my parents ever taught me about strangers hit me all at once. I tried to sound calm. I said, "No, my parents are on their way home." He nodded slowly, like he didn't believe me. His lips curled into this weird half-smile that didn't reach his eyes. But he handed me the change, gave me the pizza, and walked back to his car. I shut the door fast and locked it. I tried to shake off the feeling, ate a few slices, wrapped up the leftovers, and went back upstairs to play another James Bond game, Agent Under Fire. For a while, everything felt normal again. Until the doorbell rang. It was almost 11 p.m. I sprinted downstairs, assuming it was my parents. But the second I reached the front door, something felt wrong. The porch light was on. I could see the faint shadow of someone standing outside. I called out, "Mom, Dad!" Silence. Then a voice, a man's voice, said, "Hey, can you help me? I need to use a phone." My blood turned cold. I didn't answer. I didn't move. The voice repeated, "I just need to use your phone." This time, louder. I stepped back from the door, heart thudding so hard I could feel it in my throat. I didn't dare look through the window. I didn't want him to see my face. So I turned and went up the stairs. And that's when it happened. A heavy fist slammed against the door. Bang, bang, bang. "Wait, please, I need help." He had seen me. He knew I was there. The house was old and the door had a frosted glass panel near the top. I turned just enough to see the outline of his head behind it. I couldn't see his eyes, but I knew he was staring right at me. I bolted upstairs into my parents' room, the only room with a phone on the second floor, and shut the door, locked it, and called my mom. She answered sounding tipsy, but when I told her what was happening, her voice snapped into full panic. She asked me 2 questions. Did he see you? Yes. Does anyone know you're alone? And that's when I remembered. The pizza guy. I told her. She cursed under her breath. I'd never heard her swear like that, and said they were calling the police. While she was talking, I heard something outside the bedroom window. The gate. The side gate of the house creaked open. My mom whispered, "Stay quiet. Don't talk. Stay in that room." Then I heard it. Footsteps. Inside the house. Not quick ones. Slow, careful, searching footsteps. My skin crawled as the steps moved through the downstairs hallway, then toward the staircase. The creaks grew louder, closer, heavier, until they reached the top step. I held the phone tight. I didn't breathe. The footsteps walked down the hall, passing my bedroom, my sister's room, and then they stopped outside my parents' room. The doorknob twisted slowly, shaking, trying to open. Locked. Then, tap tap. Someone knocked lightly, slowly, deliberately on the bedroom door. But they didn't speak. I covered my mouth with my hand to stop myself from crying. The doorknob twisted one more time, and finally the footsteps moved away, down the stairs, and back into the darkness of the house. My mom whispered, "The police are almost there. Don't move." Minutes later, I heard loud voices, heavy boots, radios. The police. They came upstairs and got me out of the room. The front door was untouched, but the back sliding door? Wide open. The police searched the house, the yard, the street, nothing. No sign of him. My parents rushed home, furious, terrified, shaking. We told the police everything, including the pizza guy. They checked out the pizzeria the next day, but the delivery guy I described was not working that night, according to the manager. He refused to say anything else. The listing for the guy vanished. The police couldn't prove anything. Lawyers wouldn't take the case, and life went on. But to this day, I know the truth. The man at the door and the man inside the house were the same person. And I am almost certain the pizza guy didn't just deliver food that night. He delivered information, and someone else came to collect. If you're still here watching, don't forget to subscribe, because I have more real stories, stories that prove the safest places are only safe until they're not.